Hi everyone, it's Remy here from Peanut Pot. Today I'll be doing an instruction or instructional guide to how to resin a board of this size, which is about 60 centimeters diameter, which we do sell at our shop. It's part of our kit that we do sell as well. So you got your part A and part B, epoxy resin art, 6 or 9 from solid solutions. It's 200 for a board for this size. That's all you need. You do get as part of your kit your three epoxy pigments from Art Tree Creations. Now there's a selection there. You can pick your metallics, your pearls, as well as your paste. Now here I'm just going to use 5 just to show you what it would look like. You got your cups, you got your stirrers, and then also you got your container as well, where you're going to mix your both part A and part B. Also, as part of this, you need a torch to get rid of the bubbles, and also to assist you moving your colorant away around to give you that more of an abstract feel, depending what you're trying to achieve. With our epoxy pigments as well, your metallics, your pearls, and your paste, they also assist with lacing. And that I'll show you at the end as well, once we put all our resin on our board. You can use acrylics and everything else as well, just in addition as well, on top of that, so you don't have to use all epoxy pigments. But today I'll be showing just the epoxy pigments. So for the first off, for number 1 rule is you got your 1:1 ratio of your epoxy. So here right now I've measured 200, the lines here. And pouring out one of the containers of part A, it is pretty accurate. So I've got 200 in there of part A. And now what I'll do is now pour part B. Yeah. Alright, perfect. So, with your part A and part B, now you've got 40 minutes to do your work. So now I'm just going to stir this. So with this, you got about, stir it for at least 2 to 3 minutes. Nice circular motion, not too fast, slow to medium pace. Scrape the side, scrape the bottom. Now it will go cloudy in the beginning and bubbles will start forming in your container, so don't worry about the bubbles. We'll get rid of that when we start using the torch on our board. So keep stirring. You also start seeing streaks. Now when you stop seeing streaks, that's when your resin is ready. So you're going to keep stirring until you don't see any streaks in your container. Now at the same time, it'll start clearing a bit as well. Alright, pretty much ready to go. I cannot see any streaks. Yep. So I'm good to go here. So now I've got my cups here. So I'm using 5 colours. So I've got 5 cups here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I'll do now is evenly distribute the resin across all 5 of my cups. And then I'll put the pigments in. So I'll start around maybe half a cup each, or close to, and see where we go from there. Probably not enough in this one, so I'll get the other cups and make them equal. So get every bit of resin out of your bowl or container. Every last drop is important. Alright. There's not much in there, so I'll put a bit more from the others. Okay. I think we're happy with that. Yep. Oh, a bit more. Alright, I think we've got equal amounts. Put that away. Now our epoxy pigments. Now with these, you don't need much. You only need about that much. Just a little scoop. That's all you need for your resin. And you mix it. Make sure you mix it properly, nice and thoroughly. Scrape the sides and the bottom as well with it. You want all that pigment mixed in with your resin. So there's our three key rules. 1:1 ratio, got to make sure you're accurate there. Number 2 is make sure you're mixing your resin, your part A and part B, for a good 2-3 minutes and it's mixed in really well. And then number 3 is your coloring, mixed in with your resin really well as well. You don't want it uncompleted, because then your resin won't set, or you'll have these specks and drops on your board and it's not going to look good. Iceland white. Again, we only had a little bit of scoop. It's more than enough, as you can see. Nice. So that one's ready to go. That's 2 out of the way. We got ultramarine blue here. Same thing. Mix it well. Nice colour. There you go. It's ready to go. Got a little bit on the board, that's okay. We'll cover that with the resin. Same thing, just a little bit of scoop. There you go, nice blue. And last one, we'll have it's called the shimmer. It's a pearl. Give a nice generous one for a pearl, because it's quite translucent, the pearl. So if you're not happy with your colour, the way to, so with the pearl, because it's quite translucent, I'm happy with that. That's how I want it. But with the pigments, the way to tell if you're not happy with the colour, if it's quite translucent, as in if you can see your icy polystick, you just go back and just grab another new icy polystick and just do another little scoop and put it into your resin. I'm happy with that. Cool. So now, the hardest part is to chuck that first colour on your board. So I tend not to think too much. So what I'll do is just try and cover most of the board as much as I can, and try and get it all the way to the edge as well. So it may look like nothing. That's alright. Alright, so now as part of this, I will try and blend it a bit around, just so it's easy for the paint to flow, and I'll show you what I mean by that as I'll be maneuvering the board around. You can use your icy pole stick and not use your fingers. And this is a good reason. This is the reason why you wear gloves as well. It is quite sticky. All right. Here we go. I'm going to maneuver it around. Now while you're maneuvering it, make sure your hand's covering. You're going to do the sides as well, and turning it around while you're doing it. There we go. Now, do have some a bit in your cup, so try and cover as much of the sides you can. Want that nice clean finish. Alright, we are happy with that. So the next thing is we take the gloves off. I did get a little bit on me, that's okay. Now you get a torch. Hold on, I'll move that in the middle a bit. Alright, so with the torch, you turn the nozzle to the left, and you get this from Bunnings. And then now, once you clicked it once, now turn the heat down. About that much. And the first thing you're going to do is first get rid of all the bubbles. So, in a nice motion, up and down. Get rid of all the bubbles. Now, you won't be able to see this on the camera, but you do notice it when you're doing it. So try and get rid of all the bubbles. And now, the next thing is now to move it around, stretching those colours, create those cells, and you'll know what I mean by creating those cells. So watch it move. So just keep moving around, nice and gentle. You don't want to burn your resin, so you've got to keep moving your torch around. Move it around a little. Stretch it out a bit. And that's pretty much it. So you got to know when to stop, and I'm going to stop right there. And now you just got to let it sit for a good 2 days, 48 hours to harden. And then after that, you can pretty much stick it on the wall. You can use those, go to Bunnings, 3mm command ones. Just stick about 6 in the back, and you can just stick it on the wall, and there you go. You will have residue underneath. You can just scrape that off. Use a hot hairdryer, heat it up, and you can just get a chisel or some sort of scraper. It'll all just come off from the back as well. And that's your resin wall art. Hope you guys have fun.